Thank you, Coach.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Back at his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And some room to work. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The former Washington Husker, Azim Victor, had the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
All right, here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They'll run with Darkwa. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. From midfield, here's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll set up to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now the 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Flushed out right. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carl lost it. Fumble. Now I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Hurdles over him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And alley to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darkwa. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
93.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And it will be set now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Now back to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go with Washington to begin the drive. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. You know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the run, Darkwa. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Now Darkwa. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now they'll run on the draw, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
On second down, here's Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing his Carr on third down. Lets it go for Nelson. And this is Carr right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Twisting away. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on second down, Carr. Throw right side taken in by Washington. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the front.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and defensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice, safe throw, and a good one.
6-18. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Come on, where you going?
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there.
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders side. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll let this thing go. This is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos continue to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra
That's good. I tuned the second this shit.
And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now will send this one away. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new way of doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Sua Cravens with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard.
Hey, y'all got a petition here?
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair.
He's right there on the
because when he's
floor.
on target throwing the ball,
Behind
he's
him, let it
dangerous.
go.
But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
You better not be here losing this man, dog.
This time they've got the great coverage. And he can run, too. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik McDowell coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
51, Mike 51. You got 56 there. Let him know.
From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of the first. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Anthony Walker in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Broncos add on. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard.
And we put some dominoes in there that we had yesterday.
Damn on the table.
What type?
The square table. Yeah.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking for and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. He's going to let it go deep. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And they're going the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Manuel. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here's mid. And it's handled by Joe Curl. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Manuel now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is second and 10.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Now it's the backup Keenan. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 56 yards. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will extend this big lead.
Oh, his collarbone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now Keenan, a quick hitter, complete. It's Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Keenum throwing once more. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Keenum on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Keenum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Edwards able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Shotgun snap for Keenan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 41 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Keenan. Dancing to his left. Shakes off the side. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now here come the Raiders. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now back to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And something of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum wants to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Where you at? I said, where you at? I said, where you at? Oh, okay. Oh, where? On Singleton. Oh, okay. All right, then. But
I'm sorry, y'all don't do makeup. I need to invest in some lip gloss. It's in my purse. My bed at home. I don't know where to. I don't want to get out until I see them on the field playing.
Download it free app now. Bill Leisure has successfully wooed Terry Chen, unbeknownst to his wife of 3 years, and she doesn't suffer fools gladly. Nancy Sherwood is a tough-as-nails Los Angeles city attorney.
Her nickname was Straight Up Nancy because she did not plea bargain any cases.
He's sorry? Oh my, did I hear you right? Your client is apologizing? Great. Well, I'll take that apology and 15 years. He can be out in 7 if he plays nice. But this is San Quentin, so I can't promise anything. Well, then you tell your client I will see him in court. Nancy had a real distaste for people who broke the law, so when she charged somebody, she wanted it to stick.
She didn't pull any punches. If you were wrong, she was going to go after you.
Bill first meets Nancy while testifying in one of her cases.
Ooh, I like her style.
Thank you. I really wish you hadn't seen that.
We need more attorneys like that.
Like what?
No
What you going to
nonsense.
again?
But with a pretty smile.
Say it again? Hold on, please. I'm
Officer
thinking that's
Leisure,
what-
right?
That's threw me out. I
Please,
didn't know
Miss
what the
Sherwood.
fuck maybe you were saying.
Call me Bill.
But I've been replaying that shit. You
Sometimes
called me
I'll-
last night. Say it again.
The Henny face.
Henny.
Yeah. Why I said it.
Away.
So why
All
do you
them
see me?
going. That's what everybody going.
discuss a
I'm
case
saying
with
she.
you.
That's what I said.
Maybe we
Never
can
said
grab a
she
white
wants
tea.
some type of Henny
Sure.
face.
You buying?
They talking about now pull the
Oh,
Henny
I like
face.
your style.
You were saying Henny on the phone too.
The peculiar pairing may confound some, but Bill and Nancy are happy in their new life together.
I don't know.
In
Your mouth don't sound like you
1976,
saying
they
Henny.
marry and buy a large
I
home in
don't
the
know. It don't sound like
suburbs.
you saying Henny.
Soon
Yeah, that's
after,
what everybody.
Bill
Okay.
convinces Nancy to buy a boat.
On weekends, they like to go out on the boat, sailing and having a good time.
What? It's stupid.
Bill was a well-kept man. He had his salary combined with Nancy's, and that allowed him his toys.
This is a life, isn't it? Now we just need that private island to sail off to. That would be perfect.
We trying to go to
Bill
CC,
loves
right?
sharing the good life with his friends,
I got $5
including his
up.
boating mentor, Robert
I
Coons.
need you. Give me $5.
Robert taught Leisure
So you
the
see-
boating world. He went on several long-range
Oh, you
trips
give
with
me
him
three. It'll
until
cost
Bill
$8.
became an accomplished seaman.
Just out.
Pick your
Catalina
poison.
around on 2 hours.
You think?
How are you?
Hey. Are we gonna see some dolphins?
Saw some last weekend, so let's keep our eyes peeled there.
Let's get going.
All right.
I need $3 or $5. Come on, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and tell me I'm stupid, my heart stupid. Nigga, you acting stupid. Yeah, cause
Rob's job was actually sailing boats up and down the coast of California.
I'm
For the
scared,
Orleans,
bro.
every time we sail up and every time we sail back. And so Bill would crew for him. I found out maybe a year down the line, Rob had been in prison for several years for bank robbery. And I told Bill, you know, you're friends with a known felon. Bill said, yeah, but he's past all that. He's left it behind. He's a straight and narrow guy. And I said, well, I go, that's fine, you know, but you know, if he's around, I don't want to be around.
Hey, man, so I got a proposition for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Great money, low risk. I need somebody that knows a way around a boat.
If it's gonna get me out on the water, I'm in. Let me just check with Nancy.
Wait, you gotta check with Nancy and everything?
No, I'm in. Tell me more.
Let's make it happen.
All right.
3 years pass, and Nancy and Bill lead an enviable life by most standards. Nancy remains in the dark about Bill's new girlfriend.
Love you.
Love you too.
At first, Bill puts on a good front for his friends Art and Ann Smith.
Oh, there's Art. Hey, Art. Hey. Hey, kids, how's it going tonight? Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Art was doing some insurance work on a case that Bill Leisure was involved in, and they became friends.
Bill is very impressed with Art because he was a successful businessman.
Art's wife Ann doesn't need to work, but helps out when she can at her mother's East Side beauty salon.
Anne was thin, tall, pretty. When she walked into a room, everybody noticed her. She was like Art's trophy wife, I guess you would say.
How are things going at the salon?
Oh, they're good. They're good.
She's outside at this time.
So when can you come in and visit me?
I can come in on Wednesday.
Oh, you can. You have the time.
I might be back
Just
and forth, but I
all
won't
right.
be
What
outside.
I want to do
This
for
time
you
there
is maybe a little bit of light thing. What do you say?
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes.
I do need a change.
Bill couldn't be happier. He thinks he's the ultimate multitasker. Until his unsuspecting mistress drops a bombshell on him.
Terry, I'm here. Hey, did
I
you hear me
drink
knocking?
clear. I don't even drink wine.
I had the funniest day today. I pulled this guy over. You're never gonna believe what he's... Terry? Terry? Terry, what is it?
I'm pregnant. Surprise! I'm pregnant!
Oh my God.
We're gonna have a baby!
Wow.
We're gonna have a baby! Oh my god! Oh my What are you doing?
Marry me.
Really?
I love you, and I want to start a family with you.
Are you serious?
Yes, marry me.
Yes.
Yes?
Okay.
Bill is excited. He says, I want to have a family with you. I want to spend my life with you. I want to marry you.
Oh! No, what are you doing?
We need to celebrate. I should get going. It's getting late.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I gotta let you get some rest anyway.
You can stay if you want.
I know, but I have the early shift tomorrow, and you need to get some rest, especially in your condition.
Bill lied to her all the time, and her being young, she was rather gullible. He was able to fool her.
Shift. I was about to call the station.
Well, I'm here now, so go to sleep.
With a secret engagement and a baby on the way, seems Bill is at a crossroads. But that doesn't stop him from parading Terry around town.
Hey, Art. Hey, good to see you.
You too, man.
Have a seat. Well,
This is Terry.
Hi, lovely to meet you both.
nice to meet you too. So what's going on?
Get your drinks.
You know, we're gonna get the same setup right here.
Bourbon? And
Oh, none for me, thank you.
Oh, come on, honey.
I'm sorry, are you expecting? We weren't gonna say anything just yet, but Bill said you guys were such good friends, and... No, I'm sorry, excuse me.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Ann.
I'm gonna call Nancy right now, this is just wrong.
Look, me and Bill got business going. I don't need you to mess anything up.
This just makes me really uncomfortable.
Look, I need you to get back to that table now and let it go.
Fine.
As the weeks go by, Bill realizes there's no way he can juggle 2 women and a baby.
I'm not really sure what he was thinking. He wasn't going to leave Nancy because she was the cash cow.
Terry, home?
No. Hi, come in. Look, I found all of these dresses. Don't you think they're beautiful? The perfect church.
I can't do this.
Look, you're gonna look so handsome in your police uniform.
No, I'm not ready for any of this, okay? You can't have this baby.
What do you mean?
You need to have an abortion as soon as possible.
Bill, this is our baby.
Just do it.
Basically, he just says, you're on your own if you don't have the abortion. So what is she going to do? She has no money. She's young. She can't take care of herself and a baby. So she has the abortion, and she does not leave Bill. She decides to stick it out.
Don't call me till it's done.
Bill!
Just when Bill thinks he's regained control of his complicated life, tragedy strikes.
Honey, what's wrong?
It's Anne.
What is it?
She's been murdered.
What?
The king has gone crazy, making 10 nuggets just $1. Crazy, right? Crazy crispy, crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
If you come to Burlington just to buy a coat, here's what you're missing. Great fitting jeans, tons of boots, my favorite brand, so much for the home. Makeup, the latest fashion, all the great brands at a fraction of the cost. Hello, Burlington. Bye-bye, Coat Factory.
What is this? Nanjin Nimal. Nanjin.
Oh, Triscuit, it's non-genetically modified. Non-genetic modified.
Triscuit is non-GMO, project verified. Triscuit makes Skit happen.
I am also not genetically modified.
Your skin has different needs at night. That's why there's new Gold Bond Overnight Lotion. Works while you sleep, penetrating 10 layers deep as hyaluronic acid locks in moisture. Wake up to rejuvenated looking skin. New Gold Bond Overnight Lotion.
Your husband stole $2 million from me. You have 2 weeks to pay me back.
My husband's aren't coming back, and he wants his money.
What if we say no?
There's people who kill people. You have 3 days to look and move like a team. If this whole thing goes wrong, I want my kids to know that I didn't just sit there and take it. Let's go.
Widows, rated R, November 16th.
Lexus LS500 and LS500H.
Take advantage of great offers on the 2018 LS500.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Overwhelming air fresheners can send you running. So try Febreze One with no aerosols and no heavy perfumes, so you can spray and stay. Febreze One. There's a delivery app that brings your favorite local restaurants right to you. You can order a cheeseburger crafted for magic, or wood-fired gnocchi made with all sorts of passion, or Mongolian beef that these flames made famous. Yep, all the foods you love are a tap away. Order on the app from over 85,000 restaurants nationwide, right to your door. Restaurants you love delivered.
Call came out, got his weapon.
I'm activating my body cam.
Get your hands out of your pockets for me. Here's a knife! Get down!
What just happened?
Drop the knife! Let us help you!
It was something I'll never forget.
We have kids inside the house.
That moment I felt like I was going to die.
On Cam. New series premieres Tuesday, November 27th at 10. Only on Investigation Discovery.
In a world where every path is unique, we believe the best in digital infrastructure can transform healthcare with connected hospitals in places like Cleveland and support better patient outcomes in Honolulu. We believe today's digital campuses can empower students with greater insight in Charlotte and inspire a new way of learning in St. Louis. We believe a powerful digital connection can dazzle spectators on Broadway and enhance the movie experience in theaters in LA. A simple belief that every fiber-lit building fuels the industry in all of us. Let's turn the promise of technology into digital progress together. Spectrum Enterprise.
The new house.
Oh my God.
Fire? Let's go talk to the kids. We're risking losing the house.
We could lose everything.
7 Little Johnstons, new season, Tuesday at 8 on TLC and TLC Go.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's the day I lost my son.
Shattered, all new, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go on download the free app now.
Honey, what's wrong?
It's Anne.
What is it?
She's been murdered.
What? Oh my God. When? Where?
I got the call about an hour ago. Not this long.
Okay. I'm gonna go over there, all right? Are you gonna be okay here? Okay, stay right here. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere. All right? I'll call you. All right?
It's shocking news. Earlier that that day, Bill and Nancy's friend, Ann Smith, is seeing her first client of the day at the beauty salon.
So did you see that?
When the unthinkable happens.
That Tom Selleck is so handsome.
I know.
Speaking of, how's your husband?
Listen up, this is a robbery. I'm here for one thing. It's money. Where is it?
The cash register's in the...
Don't mess with me. Where's the real cash? Let's get up. Go.
Okay,
Get it. Go. Get back to work. Get back.
This man came in through the front door and told Ann it was a robbery. She didn't fight with him. She gave him what money she had in her purse, and he pulled her to the back door.
Open it. Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
The perpetrator of the murder got nervous while robbing Ann and shot her. The crime happened in front of Ann's mother, Dolores, and she was crushed.
My husband called me and said that Ann was gone. I said, where did she go? And he said, no, she had passed. It was probably one of the worst days of our life.
Art Smith is very emotionally upset about the death of his wife.
Detectives Neil Westbrook and Nelson Crow are assigned to the case.
Wow. Well, looks like one gunshot wound, 2 in the back. Cleared through. Pretty much point blank.
Certain things just aren't adding up.
This was a small family-run business. It's not the type of place that is classically robbed at gunpoint.
I mean, why would you rob a beauty salon first thing in the morning? Even work, wait till the end of the day when the cash register's full.
You're right. Dolores even said there's only $7 in the cash box. That's all they walked out with. Maybe this wasn't a robbery at all. Maybe somebody wanted Ann dead. Let's talk to them out here. Yeah.
Ann's mother can't remember much.
Dolores was in a state of shock. I have never seen her so distraught.
Can you tell me what the fellow looked like?
He was about 5'10". I think he was about 160 pounds. I don't know.
Dolores provides a partial description to the detectives that he's short, he's disheveled, he's wearing a ball cap.
You promise me you'll catch him?
You can count on it.
With no suspects in sight, detectives speak with Ann's sister-in-law, Nicoletta Pontrelli.
How long had you known each other?
Oh, about 10 years. Ann was a good person. She was having problems with her husband, Art.
Ann's family started pointing the finger at Art Smith.
Ann wanted to leave Art because her life was pure hell. He was very controlling. He needed to know where she was every second of her life, and she was miserable.
She had asked him for a divorce just last month. It was on their 6th wedding anniversary. In fact, they were supposed to go to a divorce hearing the day after she was killed.
Is that so?
Ann discovered that Art had a condo, hidden money. He was almost leading another life.
But I really never liked Art, and he and I had words many, many times.
They were fighting all of the time. But just 2 weeks ago, she was here in my house, hiding from him.
Maybe it was a wrong call. Oh my God! Oh my God! Get down! Get down! Oh my God! Oh no! 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 Please get down! No! Please get down! I knew it! I knew it!
The next morning, there was a business card on the door, and it was Art Smith Insurance Agency. And the back of it had a note that said, "Thank you for taking such good care of my wife, Art Smith."
the stories are enough for police to go at Art. But on Bill and Nancy's advice, he lawyers up.
She was my wife.
Listen, they have to talk to you because you're the husband. It's just standard procedure. Look, I've got an attorney. I'll give you his number, and as soon as we're done here, you can give him a call.
And I'm working with the detectives, Art. We're gonna find this guy, and we're gonna make sure he pays.
All right, thank you.
Bill and Nancy promise justice for Anne, and it appears that's exactly what's about to be served. A young woman named Judy Persico comes into the station with a stunning claim.
I know about that girl from the paper. The one that was murdered, Ann Smith. I know who shot her.
You do?
Mm-hmm. It was my husband, Charles Persico. He did it.
Charles Persico was a drug addict. He had a history of theft and drug-related crimes.
Looks like everyone's suspicions about Art have been wrong this whole time.
The detectives thought this was a strong lead, and they focused directly on Persico, tossing everything else aside.
Mr. Persico did speak with the police, but he could not provide his whereabouts. He said he was high and couldn't recall where he'd been.
To everyone's surprise, the heroin addict pleads guilty to manslaughter. Persico is sentenced to 3 years in prison. It's a closed case. Over the next few years, Bill takes stock of his life. He pulls away from his mistress, Terry, and spends more time with pal Robert Coons. But for Bill, the trouble is just getting started.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's the day I lost my son.
Shattered or Bill, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go on download the free app now. Why do I have to be stuck here talking property taxes? Whoa. Go over there. Then make a mountain out of that Ready Whip. I'm out.
Available in original and non-dairy Ready Whip instant gratification.
Mascots really lighten up games at the stadium. So this guy brought one to lighten up this watch party. Maybe stick with a tasty oven-baked chip from Ritz. Lighten up your game day with Ritz Crisp and Thins.
Is mealtime a struggle? Introducing Ore-Ida Potato Pay, where Ore-Ida Golden Crinkles are your crispy currency to pay for bites of this with this. When kids won't eat dinner, potato pay them too. Ore-Ida, win at mealtime.
Just look at this new Chili's 3 for $10 wonder. These guys are mushroom jack chicken fajitas. There's jack cheese and bacon, and you guessed it, mushrooms. You're a good guesser. Go get some fajitas. 3 for $10, baby bucks, baby bucks. Oh baby, 3 for $10, baby bucks, baby bucks.
When your skin is feeling dry and crinkly, time for Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Penetrates 10 surface layers deep with 7 moisturizers, 3 vitamins. Skin is nourished, healed, healthy looking. Gold Bond Healing. Ultimate lotion, ultimate skin.
Melty cheese, grilled onions, and steak on this footlong Philly are so flavorful.
Man, do I love a good steakhouse.
Stakeout, nice.
You would not believe what they are doing in there.
Making cheesesteaks?
What are you, one of them?
It's your last chance to try a classic or spicy footlong Philly. Hurry in today.
The new Candy Crush Friends feels like this. New Candy Crush Friends, sweeter than ever. Download now.
Got directions to the nightclub here. And if you get lost, just hit me on the old horn.
Tom's my best friend, but ever since he bought a new house,
It's a $10 cover? Oh, okay. See that on the website?
he's been acting more and more like his dad.
Come on, guys, jump in. The water's fine. Tom Pritchard. How we doing? Hi there, Tom Pritchard. Can we get a round of jalapeno poppers for me and the boys, please? I've been saving a lot of money with Progressive lately, so.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Action. Dogs love my nutritious treat. Whoa. Let's go again. Action. Looks like real burgers.
Tom
Dogs can't resist real meat treats from Rachel Ray Nutrish, inspired by real recipes from Rachel's Kitchen, like burgers, roasted chicken, and more. They're safely cooked with U.S. beef or chicken as the first ingredient, and there's never any meat byproducts.
Bring me back my deli cut treats.
Treats from Nutrish. Real recipes, real ingredients, real good.
She's doing it again. No cover-up spray here. Cheaper aerosols can cover up odors, burying them in a flowery fog. Switch to Febreze Air Effects. Febreze eliminates even the toughest odors from the air. Freshen up, don't cover up. Febreze.
This is Sam. Her business runs on tight margins. Like so many other business owners watching their bottom line, she switched from AT&T to Spectrum Business for her bakery's internet and phone service. That's because Spectrum Business was the best value with the fastest internet for the price, saving her over $100 a month. With those kinds of savings, Sam has more to spend on what's really important, like a new sign for her shop. That's Spectrum Business. Working for Sam, working for you.
At Baron Pizza presents The Baroness. Top this. I survived a standoff with a 4-year-old over broccoli.
Rescued favorite toy from garbage disposal.
Held up hair with a chip clip while doing dishes.
Mopped up spilled milk with my sock, and I'm still wearing it.
So that's impressive.
Family finishing their entire dinner willingly.
And that is how you earn your wings.
I did nail it, didn't I?
The crust everyone loves. Red Baron. Never fly solo.
On the new house.
Oh my God.
Fire? Let's go talk to the kids. We're risking losing the house.
We could lose everything.
7 Little Johnstons, new season, Tuesday at 8 on TLC and TLC Go.
From Investigation Discovery and People Magazine, the stories that grip the nation.
This guy stalks young women who are alone.
This story is a captivating whodunit. People Magazine investigates. All new season premieres Monday, November 5th at 10 on Investigation Discovery.
Six years after his friend Ann Smith is shot, Bill Leisure is about to be on the receiving end of a pistol. This time, it's not a bad guy packing heat. Police are here to arrest Bill Leisure and his friend Robert Coons.
Out of the boat! Out of the boat! Hands up!
Okay. Whoa.
Hands up!
Whoa. I'm LAPD. What's the problem?
On your knees. You're under arrest.
Well,
on your knees.
Did you hear me say I'm a cop?
You're a cop.
Yeah, LAPD.
Are you aware that boat was stolen?
What?
Turns out, authorities are working on a tip about
all these boats and where they were. Bill would help improve. Rob would actually scout a boat that looked like it could be stolen, and then they would case it out, and then they would steal the boat.
Is it possible that one of their own is involved in a yacht theft ring?
Why don't we just go over it one more time? We started in San Diego, we stopped in Long Beach, and then we spent a few days in Catalina. Got it? Yeah, well, we checked all those places, and none of it adds up with our timeline. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a cop. My wife works for the district attorney in LA.
Bill can't sweet talk his way out of this one and is charged with 7 counts of grand theft.
I just couldn't believe it. It was just, in fact, nobody could believe it at the station because that just didn't seem like his character.
Yeah, I'm not saying another word till my wife gets here. Okay.
I'm sure Nancy was devastated, but she said it was all a bunch of trumped up charges and it was ridiculous.
Nancy trusts her husband.
Well, nobody's telling me anything. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Look at this. I didn't do anything wrong. You believe me, don't you?
Of course I do.
This is just such a mess.
I know. I love you.
I love you too.
His wife was very supportive and felt that he was duped, that he didn't know these items were stolen, that he's not guilty of doing anything.
Her trust is about to be tested. A former felon named Dennis France comes forward. In exchange for immunity, he'll tell them an outrageous secret.
Today's your lucky.
So, give him immunity, feeling that he was the small fish
Tell me what you know.
I got some dirt on your boy, Bill Leisure.
What kind of dirt?
You have no idea what he's into.
How do you even know, Bill?
Me and Mild Bill go way back. The docks, years ago.
No one could have ever foreseen what was going to come out of Dennis Francis' mouth.
Okay, Dennis. Say it.
Killed 2 people for Bill.
The DA is stunned. This is not what he was expecting.
Come on, Dennis. Come on, Dennis. You expect me to believe that?
I don't care what you believe. Makes no difference to me. You asked for the truth, I gave it to you.
It just shocked everybody out of the department. It was just something nobody could believe.
It was overwhelming. They had to step back and take a breath.
Theft is one. The investigation is so massive, an entire floor downtown is dedicated to the cause. It becomes known as the Leisure Room.
It was the biggest thing to ever hit the police department.
France claims Leisure arranged a hit on 40-year-old jazz singer Tony De Los Reyes, allegedly to help a friend inherit Reyes' family's tortilla business.
You looking for work, Dennis?
Well, you know what, Bill? Work's kind of slow right now.
I might have something for you. Got a friend. Needs some help taking out the trash.
There's no shame in waste management, is there?
Nope. Meet me Tuesday at midnight.
Keys and money. Oh. Let's go. Get it. Come on.
Dennis Francis knew the size of the pellet and the trajectory of the shot.
Tony's murder has gone unsolved.
She would have had the family business.
But the second murder Dennis describes is the real shocker.
And what about the second one?
Some girl, Ann Smith, paid me $3,500 cash. He wanted to make that one look like a robbery. Clean kill, in and out. So I did it. And Bill drove the car.
The police were stunned that an already solved murder was being blamed on Bill Leisure.
Why would he want to kill Ann Smith?
I don't know, but I do know it was for a guy named Art, buddy of his.
Detective R.C. brings Smith back in, but he's still not talking.
Art had said a drug addict had been arrested already for the death of his wife. He became indignant, and then he decided to invoke his privilege.
Investigators are going to need more evidence to charge Art and Bill with murder.
Just one criminal telling on another criminal is not enough evidence. There has to be something else.
Okay, Dennis.
Detective R.C. goes back to his snitch, Dennis France, and asks him to go undercover.
Dennis was reluctant at first, but then he became a willing participant as an informant for us.
We put Dennis France into the visiting area of the Los Angeles County Jail and recorded the conversation with audio and video.
How you doing in there?
Not bad. What's he doing? He's writing? He's pulling. All right, switch the camera angle. We need an above shot. Switch the camera above shot. What are you doing here? What does that say?
Is the most crooked cop in L.A. going to outsmart his colleagues again?
Call came out, the guy was weapon.
I'm activating my body cam. Keep your hands out of your pockets for me. Hands up now! Get down! What just happened? Drop the knife! Let us help you!
It was something I'll never forget.
We have kids inside the house.
That moment, I
I felt like I was going to die.
On Cam. New series premieres Tuesday, November 27th at 10. Only on Investigation Discovery.
Oui, it's so thick and creamy, it can stay upside down. Oui, it's a French-style yogurt.
New YQ by Yoplait. 40% less sugar than the leading Greek yogurt and packed with protein. Now that's smart.
With Advil liquid gels, you'll ask, what stiff joints? What bad back? Advil is relief that's fast, strength that lasts. You'll ask,
what pain?
With Advil liquid gels.
The king has gone crazy, making 10 nuggets just $1. Crazy, right? Crazy crispy, crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
This is important for people with asthma.
Yes. It's a targeted medicine proven to help prevent severe asthma attacks and lower oral steroid use.
About 50% of people with severe asthma have too many cells called eosinophils in their lungs. Fasenra is designed to work with the body to target and remove eosinophils.
Fasenra is an add-on injection for people 12 and up with severe eosinophilic asthma. Don't use Fasenra for sudden breathing problems or other problems caused by eosinophils. Fasenra may cause headache, sore throat, and allergic reactions. Get help right away if you have swelling of your face, mouth, and tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or if you have a parasitic infection.
Fasenra is a targeted treatment for eosinophilic asthma.
That's important.
Ask an asthma specialist about Fasenra.
Every step of the way. Make it Squarespace.
My mom's pain from moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis was intense. I wondered if she could do the stuff she does for us, which is kinda a lot. And if that pain could mean something worse.
Joint pain could mean joint damage. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain and helps stop irreversible joint damage. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Since Enbrel, my mom's back to being my mom.
Visit Enbrel.com and use the Joint Damage Simulator to see how joint damage could progress. Ask about Enbrel. Enbrel. FDA approved for over 19 years.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around, you say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's the day I lost my son.
Shattered. All new. Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go or download the free app now.
6 years have passed since Ann Smith was gunned down in her mother's beauty salon in East LA. Now, investigators have rigged the county jail with a hidden camera, hoping to capture proof that Bill Leisure was actually the mastermind behind the murder.
Bill Leisure had walked into the interview with a piece of paper. And what Leisure would do is he would hold it up against the glass. We were in the next room with a monitor, and we could literally see what was being said.
What does that say?
What are you doing here? Just checking on you.
That's nice of you.
How's Nancy handling everything, Bill?
Well, you know, she knows it's all just a bunch of crap.
That's real good. You know, you're a lucky man. Having a woman like that, Bill.
I sure am. I know. Jesus.
Melted! Got him!
mounting the barrel of the gun, effectively, a criminalist could not identify that gun as the murder weapon. We knew we had enough evidence to convict him of murder.
Is that a camera? There's no camera there, Bill. Bill, there's no camera.
Leisure spotted just the tip of the camera, and it was like a defeated person. He said, "I'll see you," and he left.
In May 1987, a year after his arrest for grand theft, Officer Bill Leisure is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for hire for the deaths of Tony De Los Reyes and Ann Smith. Art Smith is charged with first-degree murder for arranging the murder of his wife, Ann. The story of LA's most crooked cop dominates the headlines.
For an active police officer to be involved in contract murders was a huge story. Most people were unbelieving that it could not be true, especially with the perceived personality of Bill Leisure being so mild-mannered.
Bill's mistress, Terry, sees the story in the paper. She can't believe the love of her life is not only married, but he's also a thief and a murderer.
Terry took it really, really hard. She was really upset.
Can I speak to the officer that's handling Bill Leisure's case?
She calls the FBI and turns over all paperwork. It was the lover's scorn.
Investigators use those bank records, which show numerous deposits from Robert Coons to Bill Leisure, to build their case.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Nancy learns about the affair, but refuses to believe her husband killed Tony and Ann Smith. At Leisure's trial, Dennis France walks jurors through exactly what happened, starting with Art asking Bill to kill his wife.
She's gonna bleed me dry. I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna lose the house, lose the car. I'll be ruined.
If Anne were to have some kind of accident, you'd be okay with that, right?
Yeah, I would. But can you make that happen?
Leave it to me.
Art didn't want to share his money with Anne at all. He would rather see her dead, and he had said that.
This is Anne. Make sure you take all the money from the register. Got it?
France had specific instructions. He took Anne immediately to the back of the beauty shop.
The cash register's in the...
Don't mess with me. Where's the real cash? Let's get up. Go.
Okay,
Get
okay,
up.
okay.
Go. Get back to work. Get back. Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
After the shots were fired, Dennis France ran out the back, got into the car. Bill Leisure drove away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Bill's first trial ends in a deadlock, and before his second trial begins, he takes a plea deal.
Bill basically takes an offer to reduce the first-degree murder to second-degree murder, take all the other theft stuff off the table, and pleads no contest.
A lot of effort had been put into this case, years of investigation, and it's always nice to come out on top.
Charles Persico, who was falsely convicted for Anne's murder, is exonerated. As for Art Smith, he's found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison.
this was probably the most traumatic thing that could ever happen to a family. We felt vindication. That is absolutely for sure.
Why a humble traffic cop could dirty his badge and become a contract killer remains a mystery.
I think Mild Bill is a persona that Bill Leisure has basically nurtured as a way to do what he needs to do behind the cover of darkness.
Yeah, I guess you could say he was more Wild Bill on the outside and Wild Bill on the inside.
Bill Leisure was a thief, an adulterer, and a murderer.
In December 1991, Bill is given 15 to life. Until he admits guilt and expresses remorse, he will remain in prison.
He still has not accepted responsibility. So does the sentence fit the crime? Apparently so. He's been in prison for 24 years. He could have gotten out 20 years ago.
Control door 2.
Bill Leisure is guilty as far as I'm concerned. Bill caused a lot of people heartache. So he's where he should be right now.
To those who worked on the case, Bill committed the ultimate crime, violating his oath as a police officer and betraying the public's trust.
There's a saying in homicide that you walk in the shoes of the dead person. And that's what we did. We, as detectives, represented those victims. And Bill one day will have to meet his maker.
Between last call on a Saturday night and the dawn of a cold Sunday morning, two men are out scavenging. Joe Sanders has had a lean winter and hopes tonight's haul will be a big one.
They basically went along rest areas looking for anything that they could salvage. They came upon the dumpster at the Mansfield rest area.
Joe's wife has warned him to stay away from the highway stops. It's too easy to get mixed up in bad business.
And they look in a dumpster, and one of them sees a plastic bag.
They got something.
Oh, it's wicked heavy. Oh, yeah. He opens it, and inside the bag is a blue plaid men's shirt.
His? All right. And hers.
In a brown woman's jacket.
What's that? Is that blood?
Looks like Joe should have listened to his wife. Exclusive Boston suburb of Sharon, Massachusetts, Professor Bill Douglas and his family are living the American dream.
Look at that.
There you go.
Look at you. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
He was a big man. He stood 6'3", 6'4", but he wasn't really a big, strong guy.
Not someone that would have attracted much attention. He just sort of blended in, and he looked professorial.
But to his wife, Nancy, Bill is everything.
Love you.
Now parents of 3, the high school sweethearts are in it for the long haul, even if they don't get to see much of each other these days. Nancy works nights at a retirement home.
Cheers. She was a nurse, a mother, a devoted wife.
I'm going to have to go at work. I'm running a little late. Take care.
Thank you.
Bill is a tenured professor at Tufts University in the cellular biology department.
Let's add some dye to that second group.
Okay.
See if it sheds some light on the topic.
He was world-renowned. His colleagues really respected him and highly admired him.
What if we could duplicate these results on mature tissue? Huh? Would that be something?
He really worked on cutting edge stuff. Tufts really liked the guy because he was a rainmaker.
Bill.
Hi.
Hi. The NIH paperwork just came through. It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh! We're on our way to be in a first-class department, people. First class.
When you have one of those kinds of people, you do your best to keep them.
Yes, Bill Douglas really does seem to have it all. But in the spring of 1982, his behavior becomes slightly erratic, and his assistant Jane Erickson takes note.
Bill, where have you been? Come on, the board is furious. Come on, you've got to be accountable, Bill.
Don't worry about it.
Bill, come on, look, they're furious. Where have you... Bill, what's happened to you? What's happened to your face? No.
It's okay.
He was disheveled. His face was scratched up a little bit. He claimed that he had been mugged.
Talk to me.
It's okay, I can't. It's gonna be all right.
No, come on, you've got to report this, but you've got to go to the police.
No, we're not going to the police. You need to trust me. That's a bad idea. Believe me.
Bill's odd absences have raised more than a few eyebrows.
Mr. Douglas?
One time, a lab tech came in, and there was Douglas having slept in his office. Obviously, this is not the kind of behavior you expect from a professional.
He would normally stay in the office till 6 or 7 or 8. Now, he wasn't going home at all. That was highly unusual.
Before long, a new, more troubling issue surfaces.
Bill, sorry, but accounting's been giving me a hard time about those requests.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. But the thing is, the cabs cost money, downtown isn't safe, and that's the way it is.
His assistant, Jane, at one point became alarmed because their petty cash account was being drained by him.
This is more than taxi, Bill.
Figure it out, please.
So there was a lot of suspicion that something was really strange. His whole mannerisms and activities had changed.
Turns out, Bill's wife Nancy is also finding discrepancies in their personal finances.
Nancy Douglas knew something was going on, and she knew the money is gone. She knew something was up.
Professor had not to check those numbers.
Suspicions only grow when university officials begin checking his expenses line by line.
Bill, we need to talk.
I'm busy.
I have some questions on these receipts.
There were strange things showing up like biological fluid collection units.
It didn't take too long for folks to realize that he was buying condoms with their petty cash.
Do you feel who I am? I'm the guy that brings in $250,000 grants to this university.
And so clearly you're looking at a guy now who's thinking that he's privileged. He brings in money so he can do whatever he wants.
Good day, sir.
We'll see what the board has to say.
And unfortunately, it worked because accounting at that point kind of dropped the investigation.
Yes, you drive me crazy.
But when the professor hires a mysterious new researcher from MIT, Jane has a hard time keeping quiet.
There was a grad student named Miss Benedict working for them. But he was the only person who ever allegedly worked with her. Nobody else ever saw her. He was paying her $1,000 a month, which was far more than any other grad student received.
Well, think about it.
Bill, there's a Miss Benedict on the phone. She keeps calling.
She keeps calling?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you put her through the first time?
No, I just thought I'd check in with you.
She wouldn't keep calling if you put her through.
Okay, I just thought I'd check in with you first.
Yeah, put her through.
Professor Douglas had kind of a hotline set up in his office where his family, anytime they called, they would be put through to him. Well, he had Miss Benedict also put on this list.
Okay, so just interrupt you for your wife, your kids, and Miss Benedict. Okay, thanks.
When Jane finds a suggestive note, it's a final straw.
she saw a transcription that was on the page from this Miss Benedict, who she had never seen, who had been getting $1,000 a month, and it just told her that something was going on.
In November 1982, Jane reports her boss to university officials.
Jane was key because she really began to put the pieces together. Something was terribly wrong here.
What is Bill Douglas hiding?
I would love something delicious.
Rich in protein.
With reduced sugar, something for you. Buy a Total Split Cup has everything you want, nothing you don't. Buy a Total Split Cup. Rich in protein, reduced sugar.
Advil presents a big breakthrough in pain relief. Advil Liquigels Minis, a mighty small pill with concentrated power that works at liquid speed. You'll ask, what pain? Advil Liquigels Minis.
Introducing Sonic's new Car Hop Classic with double the beef, double the cheese, and now double the choices. Try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or Slater with tots for just $2.99. Get them now, ending soon.
Why bother mastering something? Because when you want to create an entirely new feeling, the difference between excellence and mastery is all the difference in the world. Introducing the all-new Lexus ES, a product of mastery. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Your skin has different needs at night. That's why there's new Gold Bond Overnight Lotion. Works while you sleep, penetrating 10 layers deep as hyaluronic acid locks in moisture. Wake up to rejuvenated looking skin. New Gold Bond Overnight Lotion.
And the wolf huffed and puffed.
Like you do sometimes, Grandpa?
Well, when you have COPD, it can be hard to breathe. So my doctor said.
Sympacort can help you breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. It doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. Sympacort helps provide significant improvement of your lung function. Sympacort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. It may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Sympacort could mean a day with better breathing. Watch out, Piggy.
Get Sympacort free at saveonsympacort.com. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help. The tools you need for every step of the way. Make it Squarespace.
Computer, order pizza.
Of course, Daniel.
Fridge, weather.
Clear skies and 75.
Trash can, turn on the TV.
My pleasure.
Ice dispenser, find me a dog sitter.
Okay.
And make ice.
Pizza delivered.
What's happened to my son?
I think that's just what people are like now. I mean, with Progressive, you can quote your insurance on just about any device, even on social media. He'll be fine.
Really?
I don't know.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Now for my latest hit. $3 entrees for now with Ruby Tuesday, and all you gotta do is buy that garden bar, baby. Yeah! Do you guys get it? If you buy the garden bar, you get a $3 entree. $3 entrees right now at Ruby Tuesday.
Once again, UT Southwestern has been named the #1 hospital in DFW by U.S. News & World Report. But our patients are the #1 reason we give our best every day. UT Southwestern, the future of medicine today.
When choosing the right innerspring mattress, it's important you select one with a comprehensive support system. You should also look for a mattress with individually wrapped coils. These will isolate your movements and reduce noise and improve the airflow of your sleepy, bouncy castle. Your sleep style matters too. Whether it's on your back, side, or stomach, find the firmness that keeps your spine nice and in line. Maybe a spring wasn't the best choice for this metaphor.
This is what the hospital ranked #1 in DFW by U.S. News & World Report looks like. And this is our #1 mission. Your good health. UT Southwestern. The future of medicine today.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and you say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's a lost my son.
Shattered, all new, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go or download the free app now.
Professor Bill Douglas is keeping secrets. Money is missing from his personal and professional accounts, and nobody seems to know anything about his mysterious new hire, Ms. Benedict.
When are you gonna be home?
I got an all-nighter tonight.
Seriously?
Once this grant thing is tightened up, put away, we're gonna go a couple weeks up to the lake, just us.
Truth is, Bill has no intentions of working tonight. He's got other plans close by.
Tufts University is right on the border of the combat zone. It's out of control at one time. As big a red light district as there was in America.
The center of activity was a bar called Good Time Charlie's.
It was a short walk for Professor Douglas to go from his laboratory where they're making all these wonderful discoveries and walk into Good Time Charlie's.
Good evening, Professor.
Bill Douglas is leading a double life, and he's not the only one. Just 25 miles north of the combat zone.
If you think your mom is something else dealing with rental car companies today, you should have seen her 15 years ago.
A bright young woman, full of promise, lives with her loud, loving Catholic family.
Robin was the glue of the family. She was the one that always found something in common with all of us. Always had a smile on her face, very energetic.
She was beautiful. She had olive skin, she had black hair, she had dark eyes.
To her father, John, Robin can do no wrong.
She came from a good family. Her parents obviously loved her. Her father loved her dearly.
There's something for someone I would like to present that came in the mail.
A straight-A student with perfect attendance, Robin's artistic talent wins her top accolades.
I remember when she got the Presidential Certificate of Merit. My parents were proud of her. I mean, it was great. I mean, it's an honor.
She was so accomplished in high school that she got accepted at the Rhode Island School of Design for her graphic artwork.
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Lewis.
Hi, I'm Robin.
Robin, nice to meet you. Such a beautiful name. Beautiful shirt, by the way. I love the flowers. I love the whole pattern. Everything is great. Turns out your eyes. Yeah.
After a semester at art school, the starving artist gets a taste of a more glamorous life. When she meets Lewis Jones, everything changes.
Cheers.
Robin's new love was very different.
You're beautiful. You're nice. You just give off this very warm vibe and aura.
He drove a late model Mercedes. He flashed gold chains. She was usually anxious to talk to her friends about her boyfriends and what they were doing and what they were into. She would never tell what Lewis did for a living.
That was amazing.
You're amazing.
She was absolutely in love with Lewis. Lewis was now the love of her life.
See, big plans for us.
Go on. Like what?
Well, what do you want?
A giant house.
Okay, a giant house. I can do that. Giant house with a yard. I think I know a way we can afford it.
From all observations, she was doing great. She had a new boyfriend. She had a fabulous apartment. So anybody looking from a distance would say that Robin was really making it in this world.
And she was always willing to share her happiness with her sister, Rhonda.
Can I see?
I'm ready.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
It's gorgeous.
My sisters are what they call Irish twins. They're only 10 months apart.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah. Gotta see it on you, though.
They were extremely close. Close in age, close in size and everything. Of course, they exchanged clothes and stuff like that.
Oh my God, I love it.
Perfect. Let me see.
Love it.
Let's go show Dad. Let's go.
Robin's showing off a lot more than just a jacket.
I have some super exciting news for you guys tonight.
Come on in, everyone gather around.
Okay, hold on. I gotta make a toast.
And the changes don't sit well with the family.
It's okay.
She came in wearing this beautiful dress, this fur coat. Her hair was done up and she had on extra makeup. I just thought that was so unlike her.
Okay. Here, everybody grab a glass. Don't be shy.
That's good for me. That's good for me.
Oh, thank you,
There you are. All right. So we have a very big announcement.
So Lewis and I are moving in together.
Yes. Yeah. Cheers indeed.
Cheers. Can you buy me this dress?
Doesn't she look great in this dress?
She had a natural beauty, so she didn't have to put on all that extra makeup to look pretty. Something was wrong.
How's the pressure, Mr. Johnson?
It's amazing.
Good, I'm glad you like it.
Before long, Lewis encourages Robin to quit school in favor of more lucrative pursuits.
Lewis was promising her that she'd make more money than she ever dreamed of.
But she's expected to offer her clients a lot more than massage therapy.
So, how much? 25?
50.
Clearly, there was a lot more going on at the massage parlor where she worked. She became someone who would sleep with her clients. This was what Lewis wanted her to do, so this is what she was willing to do.
Lewis is a pimp, and he's lured her into prostitution.
Honey, you need to be a lot more affectionate.
I'm trying.
I know.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Hey, listen. Think how much does our school cost? Right? Why you do this?
I know.
There's brutal pimps, there's pimps who get girls hooked on drugs, but the finesse pimps, like her boyfriend was, they're con men. And they convince them that it's okay to turn tricks. It's okay to make money.
What are we doing this for? Our future. Okay? You're natural. Okay? Just be you.
Okay.
You're gonna be making money, and I love you, baby. Do this for me, and it works.
They would start out at the massage parlor, start sleeping with their clients, and then eventually they were moved on to the street and to places like Good Time Charlie's.
It's here that Robin steps up her game. She immediately attracts all sorts of attention,
How are you?
including that of local vice detective Bill Dwyer.
I ain't seen you here before.
I don't think we've met.
She stood out a little bit because she dressed well.
You working here?
No, I'm just doing research for a paper.
Right.
I explained to her that the only women going in and out of Good Time Charlie's were prostitutes. But she was a little bit incredulous. I said, okay, fine. She went on her way.
Student.
College.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
But the next evening, Detective Dwyer catches her again. This is clearly not research.
Okay. Oh, look who it is. I met you last night. How's the research coming? Why don't you two step out of the car?
So he admitted he had had a sexual arrangement set up for $50.
You're making a huge mistake.
That was her first arrest.
Looks like the jig is up for Robin, but looks can be deceiving.
When your skin is feeling dry and crinkly, time for Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Penetrates 10 surface layers deep with 7 moisturizers, 3 vitamins. Skin is nourished, healed, healthy looking. Gold Bond Healing. Ultimate lotion, ultimate skin.
We saved hundreds on our car insurance when we switched to Geico. This is how it made me feel. It was like that feeling when you're mowing the lawn on a sunny day, and without even trying, you end up with one last strip that's exactly the width of your mower. When you're done, it looks so good you post a picture on social media. And it gets 127 likes.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This is Secret Clinical. This is not Secret Clinical. Secret Clinical, not Secret Clinical. A single use of Secret Clinical is the same as 2 uses of deleting invisible solid. Twice the sweat protection. Secret Clinical.
Why do I have to be stuck here talking property taxes? Whoa. Go over there. Then make a mountain out of that Ready Whip.
I'm out.
Available in original and non-dairy Ready Whip instant gratification.
Some restaurants say you should drink your meals. Well, America deserves better. At Hardee's and Carl's Jr., choose from a variety of full-flavored all-star meals starting at $5. Get a real meal. Paid for by Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
This is important for people with asthma.
Yes. It's a targeted medicine proven to help prevent severe asthma attacks and lower oral steroid use.
About 50% of people with severe asthma have too many cells called eosinophils in their lungs. Fasenra is designed to work with the body to target and remove eosinophils.
Fasenra is an add-on injection for people 12 and up with severe eosinophilic asthma. Don't use Fasenra for sudden breathing problems or other problems caused by eosinophils. Fasenra may cause headache, sore throat, and allergic reactions. Get help right away if you have swelling of your face, mouth, and tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or if you have a parasitic infection.
Fasenra is a targeted treatment for eosinophilic asthma.
That's important.
Ask an asthma specialist about Fasenra.
The locals keep to themselves.
And so you don't know these people very well. That was the last time I spoke to my husband alive.
We found a body.
It was a terrible wall of silence. People just wouldn't talk. But the truth doesn't stay hidden forever.
Welcome to Murder Town. All new series premieres Tuesday, November 13th at 9, only on Investigation Discovery.
This is Bill. Like business owners everywhere, he chose Spectrum Business. That's because Spectrum works hard to keep his business running smoothly. Take a look. With speeds up to 940 megabits per second, Spectrum's fiber-rich network moves data at the speed of light. It's monitored 24/7 for reliability, and it's future-proof to keep up with Bill. Because small businesses need big bandwidth. That's Spectrum Business. Working for Bill, working for you.
Introducing new TheraFlu Power Pods, the cold and flu fighting machine you put in your machine. Press the button and it gets to work. Activating the powerful pain reliever, fever reducer, nasal decongestant, and cough suppressant in a warm, soothing liquid. New TheraFlu Power Pods, the cold and flu fighting machine you put in your machine. Press, sip, relief.
Found a new house.
Oh my God.
Is that fire? Let's go talk to the kids. We're risking losing the house.
We could lose everything.
7 Little Johnstons, new season, Tuesday at 8 on TLC and TLC Go.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and you say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's the day I lost my son.
Shattered, all new, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go on download the free app now.
After the allure of the good life and the influence of a bad man leads Robin into prostitution, she's arrested in Boston's notorious combat zone. Could this be the wake-up call this once successful art student so desperately needs?
Detective Dwyer pulled her aside, and he just kind of tried to give her friendly advice. Don't end up like the rest of the people around here.
Listen, Robin, you're not like the others. Just do yourself a favor and your family a favor. Get out.
You don't understand. It's temporary. I don't normally do this.
A lot of them claim I'm not really a prostitute. That's what they do. They kid themselves.
You're in school. People say that all the time, but it's not temporary.
Young lady. Dad, how can you do this? How can you embarrass our family like this?
I'm so sorry.
Robin's father was absolutely devastated by the news that his daughter was a prostitute.
Promise I won't do it again, Dad. Please.
She didn't go into prostitution on her own. She was coerced into it.
This is just a mix-up. It's not.
A mix-up?
That's not what you think.
Her father loved her dearly. He didn't want to believe that.
We will discuss this later at home. Go. You too.
Despite her brush with the law, Robin is back to work right away. She quickly lands a whale of a client.
I'm so sorry.
I usually do that to myself. You have an incredible smile.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Robin, but you can call me Miss Benedict.
Miss Benedict. I was wondering, are you busy?
Think I can be free?
Not asking for free.
He became a regular customer of Robin's.
Put that away.
Soon after that first meeting, Bill Douglas isn't just lovesick, he's hooked.
I just want you to know this has been the best month of my life. I know that you feel the same way.
We've had fun.
He went from seeing her maybe once a week to several times a week, till finally he had to see her every day.
He would pay to sit with her in a movie theater. He would pay to go for walks.
The golden rule for a prostitute is you want your John to like you, but you don't want him to be infatuated with you. And that's what happened.
I love being with you.
Here's what I'm thinking. I made a schedule, and it's got what I understand to be some times that we could be together that we're...
You're so organized, Professor. I think I can make this work.
For Robin, time is money. So Bill comes up with a clever solution. He hires her as a research assistant and puts her on the Tufts payroll.
Yes, I got the money. Don't worry about the money.
The plan works for 9 months until Tufts launches a full-scale inquiry into the professor's department.
It was a very covert investigation, so it was going on totally behind the scenes.
They wanted to meet directly with Robin Benedict, and he made excuse upon excuse.
The university calls MIT, where she had allegedly worked before.
I just want to check an employee of yours, a Robin Benedict. Oh, really? No records at all?
It was just a stunning development for the people at Tufts.
Even more staggering, the audit reveals that Bill Douglas has misappropriated more than $67,000.
Bill was stealing from this great university to basically bankroll this seedy lifestyle that he had.
Have you lost your mind?
I'm sorry?
The university will no longer condone your behavior.
Okay. Put it in writing.
Tufts had a problem. They had given this man tenure, and he couldn't be fired. So their only recourse was to permanently suspend him.
You need to pack your bags. I'm calling security.
The university called, Bill. They said you were suspended.
Okay, are they trying to make a big deal out of nothing in the county? Yeah. Yeah, that's happening. They're trying to make an example of me? Yeah. That too.
You've made a fool out of me. But you're not going to any longer. Say it to my face.
Yeah, there's someone.
He wound up admitting to her that, yes, he had had a relationship with a prostitute.
You bastard. How could you do that to me?
She issued him an ultimatum. She said she'd take him back. She wanted her kids to be raised in as normal a household as they could present.
So help me God. If I let you stay, no more Robin Benedict. Do you understand me, Bill?
Against all odds, Bill quits Robin.
Where are the kids?
Well, I talked to your mom, and she said that she would take them for a couple days.
For Bill, he had lost so much of what he had worked his life for. And he wanted to show his wife that he could still be useful despite what had happened to him.
That's nice.
But the facade is short-lived.
He was lonely, and he reached out to Robin again.
The next month, Douglas is invited to give a lecture in upstate New York.
God, I need to be with you.
He decides he wants Robin to come with him.
3 days. It's a convention. I'll tell everybody you're my research assistant.
Senior research assistant.
She agrees to do it.
Oh, it's gonna be grand.
He used to call it spending a grand day together because she used to charge him $1,000 a day. It's two people leading completely double lives. Robin had a very good family. She was a graphics artist. Professor William Douglas, an educated man, spent outrageous amounts of money. How does this happen?
The conference is a success. Everyone is thoroughly impressed with Bill's stunning senior researcher.
So we should talk about the agreement?
$1,000 cash is great.
One dozen? $3,000 is 3 days.
I don't have that. I thought you were going to charge me for the 1 day at the conference.
3 days, $3,000. This is business. It shouldn't be some sort of surprise.
He had gone through his savings account, his family, his in-laws. There was no money left.
Are you okay?
Nancy's going to kill me.
It broke his heart, both physically and mentally.
Bill!
There was the possibility that he was having a heart attack over this.
It's later determined that Bill suffered a panic attack. At his request, Robin calls Nancy, who rushes to his bedside.
With Bill lying there with his chest pains, these two women actually saw each other for the first time. You have the wife trying to put her marriage back together, face to face with the woman who had torn it apart.
Excuse me, Miss Benedict? Listen to me. Don't you ever contact my husband again. Do you understand me? Your husband owes me $3,000. I don't want to see your face again. $3,000. Not now.
She told him he could still come home. She wanted her family so much, but she told him, no more Robin.
And indeed, after this night, things would never be the same for Bill and Miss Benedict. Weeks later, on March 6, 1983, State Trooper Paul Landry and his partner are called to a Boston area rest stop.
I got blood here. There's a hair right there.
He then focuses on a men's button-down. There's some distinctive stitching on the pocket.
He noticed that there was a dark thread that had been used to patch the shirt.
More concerning is a woman's brown jacket splattered in blood.
I'm going to call Miss Santa, get the evidence picked up.
Landry knew that someone was either hurt or there was a homicide out there.
And that means there's a killer on the loose.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and you say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's the day I lost my son.
Shattered, all new, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go on download the free app now.
I work hard to protect this tuchus, take care of any messy situations, and put irritation in its place. And if I can get comfortable keeping this tuchus safe and protected, you can get comfortable doing the same with yours. Preparation H. Get comfortable with it.
Hurry to Ashley Home Store for the More Sale for one final week. Get more selection, more style, and more savings. Find a traditional, sophisticated look for your home with our new Traditions lifestyle. The More Sale ends Monday at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Little Caesars large hot and ready pepperoni pizza is just $5. 364 days a year. High five. Yeah! Little Caesars Hot and Ready Classic, only $5.
Pizza. I used to book my hotel room on those travel sites, but there was always a catch. Like somehow you'd wind up getting less. But now I book at Hilton.com and I get all these great perks. I got to select my room from the floor plan. Very nice. You know I'm good at picking stuff. Free Wi-Fi, laptop by the pool's a bold choice, and the price match guarantee. How do you know all this? You like some magical Hilton fairy? It's just here on the Hilton app. Just available to the public, so. Book at Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee. If you find a lower rate, we match it and give you 25% off that stay. Hello there. Do we go crunchy cool or golden classic? I know. One for me and one for you. Now that's a sandwich. Lay's. Make life flavorful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Now for my latest hit. $3 entrees for Double Ruby Tuesday, and all you gotta do is buy that garden bar, baby. Yeah! You guys get it? If you buy the garden bar, you get a $3 entree. $3 entrees right now at Ruby Tuesday.
We are the TV doctors of America. We may not know much about medicine, but we know a lot about drama. We also know that you can avoid drama by getting an annual checkup.
So go, know, and take control of your health.
It could save your life.
Cigna, together all the way.
To most, he's Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. To me, he's, well, Dad. So when his joint pain from psoriatic arthritis got really bad, it scared me. And what could that pain mean?
Joint pain could mean joint damage. Enbrel helps relieve joint pain, helps stop irreversible joint damage, and helps skin get clearer. Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections, serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
Since Enbrel, Dad's back to being Dad.
Visit Emerald.com and use a joint damage simulator to see how your joint damage could be progressing.
Ask about Enbrel. Enbrel. FDA approved for over 16 years.
As a Spectrum TV customer, you can watch what you want, when you want, on demand. With the click of your remote, over 40,000 titles are waiting for you. Thousands are free. Watch TV shows, movies, and primetime on demand. Catch up on full seasons of your favorite shows. And if you subscribe to premium channels, you can access the network's full libraries at no additional cost. You can also watch over 40,000 on-demand titles with the Spectrum TV app. Select On Demand on your remote and watch right now.
What our friends think we do. What our parents think we do. What we actually do. At Parker University, we put you in a position to have higher purpose.
We found a new house.
Oh my God.
Fire? Let's go talk to the kids. We're risking losing the house.
We could lose everything.
7 Little Johnstons, new season, Tuesday at 8 on TLC and TLC Go.
If a suspect is on a motorcycle, the pursuit of him is very, very difficult. He is volatile, he is dangerous. If these people are willing to stab someone, what else are they willing to do?
Homicide Hunter, Wednesday, November 7th at 9 on Investigation Discovery.
Massachusetts State Trooper Paul Landry is convinced he's stumbled onto evidence of a violent crime. But what, who, and why remain a mystery. That's all about to change.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I need to speak with someone about my girlfriend.
Okay. Calm down, sir. Why don't you sit over here for me? Yeah, hold on just a minute. What's the name?
Robin Benedict. 21 years old, tall,
all right.
brown
Let's
hair.
slow down just for a minute, sir. What seems to be the issue?
She's missing.
Missing? How long has she been missing?
Since Saturday.
She would have returned home that Saturday night, and she didn't. So he knew for sure something was wrong.
Do you have anything on a Robin Barrett?
Benedict.
Robin Benedict, age 21. Prostitution charges. Okay. They don't have any information down on missing persons, but these things have a way of working themselves out.
Frankly, the police didn't think much of it. In the prostitution business with pimps, a lot of the girls do take off and run away, never to be seen again.
John and Shirley Benedict are also becoming concerned.
Robin's parents were getting suspicious. Robin's mom had called her joyfully to tell her about a new puppy that they have got. And they never heard from Robin.
Yeah, give me the phone. I'll just call the cops.
It was a girl who was missing. Her family was worried. What'd they say?
They said she's a prostitute and she's probably out with some John.
What?
That's good. It's okay.
At first, I was still trying to get my head around the fact that she was missing, and it was just overwhelming. I lost it. I started crying. Just too much.
Another week passes, and still no word from Robin.
Her father was distraught. He went to the newspaper to try to get some publicity.
The story initially was beautiful, the commercial artist goes missing, distraught dad. Having found out that she was a prostitute, I didn't know. Do we report that? Don't we report it? I felt bad for the family. And the editor said, look, you know that this is relevant.
In those early days, I mean, that's all anyone cared about is that she was a prostitute, not that she was a person. Pissed me off. She's my sister. Gonna love her. Try to talk some sense into her if I had the chance, but you don't treat her like trash just because she went down a wrong path.
The story catches the attention of Trooper Paul Landry. On a hunch, he reaches out to Robin's family.
The crime lab was nerve-wracking. Very, very intense for all of us.
Robin's sister, Rhonda, immediately recognizes the brown jacket stained with blood.
Her sister, Rhonda, had tried that very jacket on.
Oh my God, I love it! Perfect!
It's hers.
There was no doubt that jacket belonged to Robin Benedict. She wasn't missing. There was something far more sinister.
Focus immediately turns to Robin's so-called boyfriend, Lewis Jones.
His actions were very suspicious because they had sized him up as a pimp, and so he became suspect number one.
Doesn't she work for you? Yeah, she does. Prostitution, you her pimp? That's the real story. No, it's not like that at all.
A lot of pimps kill their girls. They go wrong and for whatever reason. They want to leave them, perhaps.
Yeah, you like to rough up the women, have some fun? Look, I came here because I want to help you guys find her. I'm pretty freaking out right now.
Lewis finally caves and admits Robin is a prostitute. He tells Landry they plan to use most of the money to buy a house in the country.
I love Robin. I'm here because I love her. I'm concerned for her.
You wanted to marry her? She's your girlfriend and you send her out at night to do this? I don't understand that.
You gotta give us a lead, something to go on. One of these guys you send her out to have sex with for money? Help us then, give us something. There's this guy that's been stalking her for a few months. You might want to talk to him.
He said Jeff has been arrested for murder.
You look around and you say, what happened here? Where's Dad?
I've never heard of a crime like this one. Everyone's a victim here.
They recommended I not remove the sheet that's on him because he'd been out in the woods for so many days.
That's a my son.
Shattered, all new, Wednesday at 10 on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go on download the free app now.
I can hear him moving around the house, trying to look around for me.
This was straight out of a movie. Unmasked, all new, Monday at 10 on Investigation Discovery.
Your husband stole $2 million from me. You got 2 weeks to pay me back.
My husband's aren't coming back, and he wants his money.
What if we say no? He has people who kill people.
We have 3 days to look and move like a team.
If this whole thing goes wrong, I want my kids to know that I didn't just sit there and take it.
Let's go. Widows, rated R, November 16th.
Stop dancing around the pain that's keeping you awake. Advil PM gives tossing and turning a rest and silences aches and pains. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer with Advil PM.
Your skin has different needs at night. That's why there's new Gold Bond Overnight Lotion. Works while you sleep, penetrating 10 layers deep as hyaluronic acid locks in moisture. Wake up to rejuvenated looking skin. New Gold Bond Overnight Lotion.
Real people steal people. They want real power, real options, and real value. This fall, get a real solution. Get a steal.
The king has gone crazy, making 10 nuggets just $1. Crazy, right? Crazy crispy, crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
Why bother mastering something? Because when you want to create an entirely new feeling, the difference between excellence and mastery is all the difference in the world. Introducing the all-new Lexus ES, a product of mastery. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I would love something delicious.
Rich in protein.
With reduced sugar, something for you. Buy a Total Split Cup has everything you want, nothing you don't. Buy a Total Split Cup. Rich in protein, reduced sugar. Grubhub is a delivery app that lets you order from all your favorite local restaurants. So you can order this, or maybe a little bit of this. Order from over 85,000 restaurants nationwide. Grubhub, restaurants you love, delivered.
Every TV doctor knows nothing's more important than a good bedside manner.
I don't know how to say this.
It's okay, Doc. Give it to me straight.
No, you don't understand. I don't know how to say this. I'm just a TV doctor.
They also know you should get your annual checkup.
It could save your life.
Schedule a checkup with your doctor. Know your 4 health numbers and start taking control of your health today. Cigna, together, all the way.
The locals keep to themselves.
So you don't know these people very well. That was the last time I spoke to my husband alive.
We found a body.
It was a terrible wall of silence. People just wouldn't talk.
But the truth doesn't stay hidden forever.
Welcome to Murder Town. All new series premieres Tuesday, November 13th at 9, only on Investigation Discovery.
2 weeks have passed since 21-year-old Robin Benedict disappeared. Police have zeroed in on her boyfriend and pimp, Lewis Jones.
There's this guy that's been stalking her for a few months. Some professor. Any idea, address, where I can find him? I think he works at Tufts.
Lewis let them know that the stalker was Professor Bill Douglas.
He owed her like $3,000.
Bill had become totally obsessed with Robin. He was writing letters to her every day.
That's from my heart. I wrote that for you.
Okay.
He had to see her. He had to talk to her.
Can I get a kiss?
I'll see you soon.
He had really gone off the cliff for Robin.
Robin had been telling Lewis that Douglas was getting really obsessive and following her around.
He was talking her outside the apartment, following her to meetings, just not leaving her alone.
He would sit across the street from her apartment and watch whenever she had a client go in, and he would call Vice and get her busted. He was jealous. He didn't want anyone else to be with her.
Mr. Douglas, thank you for coming in.
Okay.
How'd you get that bump on your head?
Yeah. Not really paying attention, banging on the door. Saw stars for a few seconds.
Bill tells officers he last saw Robin on March 5th when she came to his house.
Like Saturday. She came to drop off some artwork.
And your wife was home?
No. She was out for the evening with the kids.
We know Robin didn't come by to drop off art.
Are you implying something? Because if you are, you're wrong. Right? Dead wrong.
Mrs. Douglas, we have a warrant to search the property.
Bill!
But as far as detectives can determine, the trail to Robin ends with Bill Douglas.
Sir, wait there.
They found Robin's pocketbook, her driver's license, her treasured phone book. That's her most valuable thing. So something was really wrong.
There are a lot more incriminating finds around the corner. A pair of women's underwear police later determined belonged to Robin.
Why, in God's name, would you keep her panties? I mean, his wife is in the house, his kids in the closet. One of the troopers found a blue windbreaker and just happened to notice a little blood, and they took it.
I don't understand.
Just don't say it.
Mrs. Douglas, can you come here, please?
And then there's the flannel shirt recovered in the dumpster.
Do you recognize this shirt?
Yes, I think that's Bill's. I did the mending on this. I think I have the thread.
Can you get that for me, please?
Okay.
The blue thread is an exact match.
They decided to actually place Professor Douglas under arrest, charging him with the murder of Robin Benedict.
They had an overwhelmingly circumstantial case, but they did not have a body, and I think that was something that was a major concern.
Weeks later, tests on Bill Douglas's blue windbreaker come back with a match for human brain matter.
For this part of the brain to be exposed, this person will be dead. And so that was the first evidence they had that Robin was actually dead and not just missing.
Over the next year, while Douglas sits in jail, investigators continue to search for Robin's body.
She didn't just vaporize. Her body was somewhere, and they were hoping to find it.
But Douglas is not talking, other than to maintain his innocence.
The DA approached us, said, look, we can get him to plead guilty to manslaughter. We could end this, save you some grief. If he gives us the body, we'll accept the plea bargain.
On the morning of the trial, they stopped the proceedings, and it was announced that Professor Douglas was going to plead guilty. But he pled guilty to manslaughter.
Douglas finally gives his version of that fateful night.
What are you doing here?
Where's my money?
Get out. Get out of my house.
You owe me $3,000, and I'm here to get it.
Douglas was telling her he didn't have any money.
Maybe Nancy has my money. $3,000? Where is it?
What are you doing?
Oh my God, you have so many.
Get out of my stuff.
How come you can't pay me my money?
I don't.
Douglas said he hit her again, and finally he wrestled a sledgehammer. And then brought it down upon the top of her skull 3 times. So deep that he could look in and see brain matter. And he said he knew she was dead.
And as a result of your striking Robin Benedict with that hammer, did you cause her death?
Yes. Bill Douglas told very self-serving stories that tried to make himself look like the victim.
Self-defense? No. I mean, come on. It doesn't make sense. To me, it's all lies.
According to his testimony, Bill then begins cleaning up his dirty work.
Now he had a problem. He knew his wife and children would be back fairly soon. He had to get rid of the body. So He took Robin in the blue comforter, put her in the trunk of her car, and then started driving around.
He stows Robin's bloody jacket, the sledgehammer, and his shirt in the dumpster off the Massachusetts Turnpike.
And then he drove away, but he still had the problem of her body.
Bill drives all the way to Providence, Rhode Island, and leaves Robin's body in another dumpster, one he knows feeds a massive landfill.
And one of them was so massive that it would have been a completely futile effort to try and dig it out and find her body. So as far as we know, that's probably where Robin remains forever.
They never got what the family really wanted, was her remains so they could bury her.
Not knowing is hard. Where are her remains? It would be nice if we could bury her.
Bill pleads guilty to manslaughter and is sentenced to 18 to 20 years. Two families shattered by secrets.
I thought we were a typical middle-class family, decent upbringing. To hear your sister had a secret life, hear this professor had a secret life, that he murdered your sister and how he did it. She's been dead longer than she's been alive. It does get easier with time, but it's still touchy. Wherever you are, Robin, I miss you.
You've got camp in the morning, so we gotta be out the door by 8 a.m., all right?
Okay. According to Joan, this was an average evening. Her two young boys had gone to bed.
Liz, open up. Can you turn the music down?
John Shannon's 15-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, and her friend Vera are still up.
We're gonna watch a movie and go to bed. Whatever. Don't stay up too late, ladies. 1 hour, then lights out, okay? Okay.
You had Elizabeth Shannon and her friend Vera that was staying the night with Elizabeth.
Night, Mrs. Shannon. Night, girls. Honey, don't fall asleep on me. David, did you hear that? Dave, you said we were going to watch a movie.
Tony, I can barely keep my eyes open.
Dave.
I know. Tomorrow night, I promise.
Yeah, that's what you said last night.
Slow down, okay? Tell me what happened. She was crying. I asked her what had happened, and she stated that her husband had been shot.
You were in bed. I was sound asleep. So was David.
Did you see anyone?
No, it was so dark and it happened so fast. It was just like a shadowy figure who just started